I would like to share some display cabinets I have just finished for the Crocker Museum in Sacramento. I often like to offset the flat surfaces of a cabinet. I think it adds interest and makes for a better looking cabinet. On these cabinets, I inset the door 5 millimeters. The challenge was to find a concealed hinge strong enough to support a heavy door and be able to swing 180 degrees to clear the jamb. The hinges I found were the Sugasuni 120 millimeter. So I chose to go 3 of these per door. They're similar to what we're more familiar with in visible hinges, with the exception is they have a 3-way adjustment. So these 2 screws right here, if they're loose, you can move the door up and down quite a bit. So it's almost like a 1/4 of an inch of play that way. And these 2 screws, you can move the door back and forth this way. And then these last 2 set screws like this, you can sort of increase or decrease the gap between the door and the jamb. But best of all is these hinges actually come apart. So you can take the door off the frame. So you take that off, take that off, and then you take the door off. So that just makes it really convenient when you're going to go hang the door. So we're getting ready to put the LED lights in, and they're going to go in these black strips. But before we do that, we put a little tapered backup board in here so the lights will cant in at 10 degrees, shining towards the center of the cabinet. So what I did is I made up this little poplar strip. So that's kind of the in section, sloped to 10 degrees. And then I just kind of pin nail that in the track there, and then screw the channel down for the LEDs. And then once the LEDs go in, then I'll cut another strip of molding, because then the glass goes in the bottom rabbet, and then the top rabbet, there'll be a piece of molding that goes on like that to sort of hold the glass in place. The transformer, dimmer switch, and power cord are hidden in a compartment in the top of the cabinet. The wire feeds down from the top with a loop long enough to fully open the door. The LEDs run the length of the door on both sides and are connected via wire across the bottom, hidden behind the trim strip. The 3/8 thick glass shelves are fully adjustable. To do this, I drilled a 5 millimeter hole every 1 1/4 inches in the trim that holds the glass in place. This supports the shelf bracket. Since these cabinets will be used to display valuable art objects in the Crocker Museum, it was necessary to find a substantial lock. This lock has a 3/4 inch throw on the bolt, so it should be fine. Sometimes what seems to be a simple project can turn out to be quite challenging, and this definitely was one of those. But we are pleased with the results and look forward to visiting the museum to see it in use.